Okay, let's talk about something really cool. What if you could build a tool that doesn't just list your skills on a resume, but actually shows them off to any recruiter any time of day? Well, today we're going to break down exactly how to build your very own personal AI digital twin. This is a project that's designed to give you a serious edge in your job search.
So, here's the game plan. We'll kick things off with the problem we're trying to solve, what I call the recruiter's dilemma. Then, we'll introduce you to your digital twin and walk step by step through how to build it. We're even going to look at some wild, next-level stuff like voice integration. And finally, I'll tie it all together to show you why this gives you the ultimate career edge.
So, why on earth is a digital twin so powerful? Well, to really get it, you have to put yourself in the shoes of a hiring manager for a second.
I mean, really think about it. Recruiters are looking at hundreds, sometimes thousands of applications for just one job opening. Everyone's got a polished resume. Everyone's got a nice LinkedIn profile. The question is, how do you cut through all that noise and actually make someone remember you?
And here's the reality check. Hiring managers are incredibly short on time. By the time they're actually looking you up, they've already done that first pass. They've glanced at your CV, now they're searching for something more. A real reason to put your name at the very top of their list. Their attention is gold, and you've got to earn it.
So, if a static piece of paper or a static website isn't going to cut it, what will? This is where our solution comes into play. It's time for you to meet your digital twin.
So what is this thing? Well, your digital twin is basically an AI version of you. Just imagine a recruiter lands on your personal page, but instead of just reading about you, they can actually talk to you through a chat window. They can ask things like, tell me about your experience with RAG, or what was your specific role on that last project? And bam, they get instant, smart answers 24/7 in pretty much any language.
And let's be super clear here. This is not just a fancy website. A website is passive, right? It just sits there presenting information. A digital twin is interactive. It has a conversation. It doesn't just tell a recruiter you have AI skills, it proves it by its very existence. It demonstrates, it doesn't just declare.
And this is why this project is such a game changer right now. You're directly showcasing the exact skills that employers are desperate for. You're not just throwing buzzwords on your resume. You're proving you can build an end-to-end solution using something called agentic AI, that's AI that can take action, and RAG, which is a technique for making AI way smarter with your own data.
Now, I know this might sound a little intimidating, but the whole process can be broken down into a really clear blueprint. So let's dive in and walk through exactly how you can bring your own digital twin to life.
We're going to tackle this in 5 main steps. First, we gather all your personal data. Second, we'll build the website itself, the front end, using a cool tool like V0. Third, we set up a couple of databases, one with Neon, one with Upstash. Fourth, and this is the fun part, we build the AI brain using a RAG pipeline. And finally, we hook up the chat interface so people can actually talk to it.
All right, step 1, data. Your AI needs to know about you, right? And a really clever way to do this is to just have a conversation with ChatGPT. Give it your resume and ask it to act like a recruiter and interview you. The more detail you give, the smarter your twin gets. Then, just ask ChatGPT to bundle all of that up into a structured JSON file, which, don't worry, is just a simple organized text format that our app can easily understand. Next up, the face of your project. And you do not need to be a design guru for this. With AI tools like V0, you can literally just write a detailed sentence describing the site you want. Something like a clean professional portfolio site for a hiring manager who's already seen my resume. And it will spit out the code for a beautiful website in minutes. It's kind of magic. Okay, now for the back-end stuff. We need 2 different kinds of storage here. Think of it like this. A standard Postgres database, we'll use Neon for that, is like a perfect digital filing cabinet. It keeps all your structured info neat and tidy. But for our AI to understand the meaning behind the words, we need a special vector database from Upstash. This thing stores what are called embeddings. Think of them as numerical fingerprints of your data. This lets the AI search by concept and context, not just keywords. And this, right here, is the absolute core of the AI's brain, the RAG pipeline. So how does it work? It takes all of your professional data, turns it into those numerical embeddings we just talked about, and stores them in that vector database. So when a recruiter asks a question, this system can instantly search for and pull out the most relevant bits and pieces of your experience to build the perfect answer. And finally, we connect the brain to the mouth. We can use V0 again to generate the chat component for the website.
This is the part the user actually sees and types into. It's the bridge that lets a recruiter's questions get to the RAG pipeline you just built and then delivers the answers right back to them.
Now, once you've got that core chat function up and running, you can really start to have some fun. Let's look at how to take this project from just impressive to truly next generation by adding voice and phone capabilities. Seriously, imagine this. A recruiter can just talk to your digital twin, voice to voice, right there on the website. Or, and this is even crazier, you can get a virtual phone number using a service like Twilio. A recruiter could call that number, and your AI could conduct a basic screening interview, answer their questions, book a real interview on your calendar, or even transfer the call straight to your cell phone. Wild, right? So, after all that work, what's the real payoff here? Let's bring this full circle and see how your new digital twin completely solves that recruiter's dilemma we started with.
You know, it really all boils down to this one simple truth. Hiring managers are pressed for time. When you give them a tool that instantly provides the specific answers they're looking for, you're not just showing off your skills, you're making their job easier. And that simple act, that one thing, can be enough to launch you to the very top of their interview list.
The impact here is just crystal clear. You save the recruiter a ton of time, which they will love you for. You give them this powerful, interactive showcase of your actual AI skills. And those two things combined, they massively boost your chances of landing that all-important first interview.
Look, at the end of the day, a resume or a LinkedIn profile, it's a static document about your past. It shows where you've been. But this project, your digital twin, it's a dynamic statement about your future. It doesn't just list your skills, it demonstrates your ambition, your creativity, and your vision. It shows everyone exactly where you're going.